Welcome to Uncle Taylor's Unchained universe. Strap in for some content palooza.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Uncle Taylor's Unchained Universe. I'm your host, Uncle Taylor. It is Sunday, the 16th of October, 7:18 p.m. What a wonderful, weird day, weekend as well as that it's been. A bit hot, a little bit fiery, a little bit shit going on. It's always good. It's the only way to have a fucking Saturday, I guess. And a Sunday. I was at work, so anyway, get fucked. Nonetheless, I've got the usual suspect with me tonight. Jesse. Hello, Jesse. Uncle Jesse, how are you, mate?
Hey, how are we? Obviously, we're missing someone tonight, but
Yes.
I'm still here, still cracking on. So
That's it. Captain Dependable himself, Jesse, is here. Jackson, unfortunately, is not here with us this evening. He is running on a bit of lack of sleep and requested that he dip from the podcast, which is fine. He was at the Labour conference. If you have Jackson on Facebook, you'll just see how delightful that looked. I'm not smiling, you're smiling. So yeah, Jacko was doing that, so he's taking the time out today to come home and catch up on some well-deserved Zeds. So that's going to happen for Jacko. But for us, it does mean that we are firing on all cylinders, ready to give you the most thrilling content in the world. Yeehaw, pa! So, kick it off as we always do. Jesse, what's going on, mate? How's it been?
Pretty good, same old as usual. There's really nothing new that I can really talk about.
I see a lot of your gym selfies, though, and your pre-egg. No, selfies on your story and shit.
Yeah. So I've started my new diet on fucking Monday. Just trying to get back more healthy towards anything. Just trying to eat a lot of whole foods and shit. So I drink a fuck ton of egg whites. So oh my god, fuck. Have you ever had egg whites?
No, I can honestly say I have not. So for the viewers at home, explain what egg whites are.
So when you get a whole egg, right, and it's got the yolk and then the shit around it. So
the white shit.
It's the shit around the yolk. It's not the yolk. So they sift out. It's like just it's just the white shit. It's the egg white. So they sift out the yolk, and you can get it in like a packet or container, right? It's just pure. The reason they do it is because that part of it's just pure protein. It's like really low calorie, just pure fucking protein, really bioavailable, sorry, and high in amino acids and all that sort of good shit. So it's really good for you. But I fucking hate eggs on their own, and I just hate cooking eggs and shit. So I just drink it. It's really easy to get down, but fuck, I've never done that before, and it's interesting. Always got to fucking get the mouthwash after it.
I was gonna say it sounds absolutely revolting, son. I mean, mate, that's good for you. Like I'm glad. I mean, but nothing can beat Kentucky Fried Chicken, I guess. But that's just me.
I'm having it on Tuesday. It's my cheat on Tuesday. I mean, looking forward to it. I can't wait for a fucking zinger burger. Filthy.
You like me? You count down the days. I feel like that fucking Sheila on TikTok. I feel like if I mention fast food on the podcast, people can look at me like that Sheila. Oh, look at this, a McFlurry.
Or a fruit bag. Wonder which I'll get.
Obviously, gonna get the fruit bag.
Yeah, are you sure about that?
Are you sure about that? So I feel like if I mention fast food, I'm going to cop the same criticism, because I have 16 bananas a day up my ass. I was going to say,
it's all about that fucking potassium straight up the
fucking date hole. I was going to say is effectively egg yolk. Well, the egg white. Sorry, is that just unfertilized rooster jizz?
Fuck, maybe, bro. don't quote me. Hey, honestly, fuck.
Here we are, ready to fucking make you think about things that are normal and make them fucked all over again. Uncle Taylor's Unchained universe. There's definitely an unchainment there about it. Let me tell you, it's fucked. Good stuff, mate.
Start talking about fucking egg whites. I just
here we are kicking off our journey with egg whites. Yeah. It's good fun. Yeah, the eggiest white you'll ever meet, mate. Good stuff.
Fuck, bro. What about you? What have you been up to? Tell me all about it,
mate. Fuck all. I had a bit of a fucking little episode there on Thursday with the car. Finally had my first NRMA call out, and I felt like a big boy. I felt real strong. Like, hello, I'm here because I have a problem with my car. You know about it, but for the viewers who don't, I'll explain. I was driving up my hill near where I live. and a little divot, natural divot in the concrete. Apparently, I think I've hit like a rock or a stick, and it's just warped my brake pad, sorry, the back plate of the brakes, and was rubbing into the rotor. At first sound, and I sent an audio message of me talking about how to fund the most expensive repair bill, I'm going to open up an OnlyMans. Obviously, that didn't happen. But it sounded like the suspension had fucked itself. And apparently, according to the NRMA bloke, that's very normal. That's actually a very normal thing. So that's okay. The car's fine. That's the main thing. I'm 2.5 weeks out of that point from getting the car serviced, a logbook service, and the brakes actually getting replaced. So that was funny. I had a bit of a slight little fucking giggle to that. I thought, yeah, fuck you. That's the universe.
It's always how it goes. It's always
exactly,
how it goes, mate.
Exactly, mate.
Fuck.
You know.
So that was your first NRMA call up, was it?
First NRMA call out. I've changed tires on my own. I've handled problems with the oil on my own, which again happened today as well. On my way down, got to the Hawkesbury, and it popped up saying low oil pressure. I thought, yeah, great. I have to get to work. I'm running late. You know, I'm fucking sweating here like a whore in church. It's not good. And you know, everything was sweet. After I finished work, I run across the road to get oil and get myself on the way. But it seems this car's hungry for oil. Seems like 6 liters every 6 months. About a liter a month it goes through. Which is fuck. I do my own oil change though. I mean, I know that much. I can get under the car somehow. I mean, fuck. Thank God I'm not that fat. Like people I've met. But it's good. It's good that you know, it's sweet. But I feel like a real smart boy. Like, yeah. How do I fix this up? Brum brum. You know, come here, cunt. You know, I'm just a fucking jack of I'm a jack off and a jack of all trades, I've been told. So it's good. It's good shit.
The majority of times I've had to call NRMA is just from my battery dying because I'm a dumb cunt and sometimes I forget to turn off my lights. And fuck, bro, the amount of times I've forgotten to turn off my fucking lights like a proper fucking dumbass I am. And I have to call NRMA to come fucking kickstart the car back up because the battery died.
Fuck me.
Bro. Yeah, so. Yeah.
That's fun. That's always the fun shit. The fun shit.
Bro,
You should buy one of those.
Raining.
What's that?
It's even more fun when it's pissing down rain.
Oh yeah, they're the best ones, bro.
Yeah, bro.
They're the ones that you really want. So I know what you mean by that. That's not fun. Fuck that shit. I remember I got my car hit in January in the pelting down rain at fucking Chatswood.
Yeah, it's fucked, eh? Cars in the rain. They're just fucking cars, bro.
Fucking cars. That's all right. That's life, I guess, mate. You just got to put up with whatever comes your way. So, good shit. No, good shit. The stream went very well though. On Friday. Yeah. And you have to understand that was spontaneous as fuck. I was going to start recording, and for those who've been watching the Formula One thing, you'll know what I'm talking about. I pre-recorded up to episode 13 or 14, so I jumped on and thought, okay, I'll do some more. It didn't save the game, so I did two episodes of recording 2.5 hours worth of content. I've got to scrap it all because I can't replicate the same results. I might do better, I might do worse, so I have to cut whatever it is, which is 2 episodes worth, and now re-record. I'm filthy. So I was sitting there and I thought, fuck you, fucking go sit on a dick and rotate violently, you fuck. And I thought, well,
rotisserie style,
rotisserie spit. And then I thought, well, hang on, Call of Duty comes out in 2 weeks. I need to get my ass into fucking gear.
You get those chops up, son.
And I'll tell you what, mate.
Skills back.
Oh, mate, I feel good with those skills. You know, I'm feeling like after a while it's starting to come back naturally to me. I can feel the natural fucking rage building inside me and the aggression as I don't get my fucking VTOL. So I can feel it coming. It's there, but
tonight.
It's in the air, mate. It's in the air. It's in my bloodstream. It's pulsating through my veins. It's fucked. I just can't wait though, mate. 2 weeks, a week. No, it's actually now a week and a bit.
Fuck.
It's a week and a bit.
Is it that close?
It is that close, bro. It's Sunday week, a Friday week. Sorry. Mate, don't please.
But it's got a half chub. Yeah,
Mate,
that's gonna be good.
I'm fucking halfly chubbing right now. I can't wait. It's gonna be great, dude.
Fuck. Yeah, I'm so keen. I gotta like I said, I gotta fucking play more of the old one so I can get my movement down because with these newer CODs, the movement's real skits on it. You got to be like you got to have your sensitivity up real high, and I've never been one to use high sensitivity, so I just got to get used to that sort of shit. And some of the insane sort of fucking like wall jumping, fucking sliding, all that crazy movement you see, it's just fucking insane. It's not like the old CODs. It's not like the old days where you used to just be able to fucking
over here.
it's not like those old days where you used to be able to just fucking move like a normal person in a COD game and do okay, but whatever. I'm fucking excited though.
I can't wait, bro.
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw, pa! I can't wait. It's fucking. I'm so. I've been anticipating it for a long time. The beta was great. I like the beta. There's a lot of people who didn't like the beta. There's one thing, and I guess we could segue now into the gaming side of it all. There's one thing that came out during the week, and it looks like they're standing by their guns, literally, about it. Call of Duty for PC players are implementing a two-factor. You have to register with a mobile number.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's fuck.
Right.
I think it's great. They did it with Overwatch because it's Blizzard, Activision Blizzard. So they implemented with Overwatch 2, I think, from memory, and now they're bringing it out to the Call of Duty. And the reason why they're doing it in a way is to fucking catch these cheating dog washers,
Yeah,
and hold them accountable for it. I think it's fucking wonderful.
I do too. I think that's really good, especially with those PC fuckers, the cheaters.
Ah,
Oh, bro.
mate,
Those and crossplay with these PC fuckers is just it's the sweatiest thing you will ever do.
mate, like a couple of those games we played the other day, they were full of some hackers.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah, fucking oath they were. Fucking oath they were.
like if you haven't seen it, go back and watch the fucking stream. It's on YouTube. Have a laugh. Watch us rage. What the fuck am I out of focus for? Come on, cunt. There you go. It's full sweat, bro. And a lot of those things were fucking glitching out and weird, and hacking too. So it's about fucking time that they turned around and did something like this. A lot of people are unhappy, and rightfully so. That's sweet. They can be unhappy. But what they can also do is lick my fucking gooch spot because I'm not happy when I'm joining into a fucking beta and it's already getting hacked. It's shit.
That's far. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of people have a different opinion on that game.
Oh,
I
mate.
first had a different opinion on that game. I changed my tone because I actually started enjoying the fucking game. I still have those same problems that I had with it. They're still genuine issues, but I can overlook that if I'm actually enjoying a game, which I was enjoying it. So
That's right. As long as you're having fun with the game, especially when you're about to spend $150, as long as you're having a good enough time, who gives a fuck what happens?
yeah, that's right. I think I hate
but
the thing I hate. I think the thing. Sorry, the thing I hate the most is when you go on TikTok and you see these fuckers trying to shove their opinions down your throat. Like if they don't like the game, then you shouldn't like the fucking game. If you like the game, then you're just a shit player. It's that sort of crap. I don't like.
I can't stand it either.
People can like whatever the fuck they want. People can dislike whatever the fuck they want. Just let them do whatever the fuck they want to do. It's that simple.
Mate, I've always said to some capacity, but I found the best way to say it now. If there is a God, he gave us free will.
Yeah.
And if in that case, do whatever you feel like is right, King. If you think it's a good enough game to play it. If you go, hey, this looks shit, I don't want to play it, don't fucking play it. Whatever makes it easiest for you should therefore make it easiest for everyone around you. And that's just how I think about it. I'm not going to be one to preach my fucking landscape. Jacko, hi Jacko, thank you and post edit. I'm not going to be like Jacko who just says labor, when really I couldn't give two squirts a fuck about politics. I still think ScoMo, and because he's not here to defend himself, ScoMo is the best prime minister we have ever had in this country. Ha 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 ha. I'm not going to fucking really jump into a political thing and say, yeah, I think this is great. I'm not going to jump in and say Battlefield 1 is the worst game. You should not play it. I think it's one of the best games ever made. I think Battlefield 5 is the slope of where it starts going down. And I think Battlefield 2042 is Battlefield 2042. They should erase it from the history of mankind. But I'm not going to tell you to not play the game. Do whatever you want.
Right.
If you think the game's worthy of your time and investment, do it. You know, we all know what Call of Duty is going to do. And it's going to come down to that hard line of, wow, it's relevant. It's fun. It looks good and great. There's some hackers. Let's try and catch them out. Hang on. Now I can run around as fucking Tony Montana from Scarface. Now I can run around as fucking Al Capone. I don't need that shit, bruv. You know, I don't want to run around as Eminem. The latest rumor I read, and I think it's bullshit, and I hope it is, Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo are going to be playable fucking characters in online Call of Duty.
No more fucking skins. I'm done with the skins, bro.
We're not Fortnite, you know?
You had the fucking T800 and the T1000 in fucking Vanguard. Like, the fuck is this? Then they're putting laser guns in that fucking game now, like from Advanced Warfare and shit. All these different skins. Like I said when we were on live the other day, you're playing these games and you're fucking in the midst of an intense battle, battalion or whatever the fuck you want to call it, and you just see this motherfucker walking around with like a Terminator skin or some fucking thing from a movie or a cartoon or some shit or Star Wars or something, and you think this just takes me right out of this. Like, I don't play, like, I'll be the first one to say I don't play COD for the realism aspect, but at least leave it a little bit realistic, like in those terms of like skins and shit. Like if we look at Black Ops 2, Modern Warfare 2, the old ones, you never had any of that shit. It's not until these little fucking microtransaction crap came in that you start getting these people paying for their skins. It's not going to go away, though. That's what annoys me. I know it's not going to go away.
I was going to say, that's the problem. It's going to stick around like fucking super glue because they can see it as a way of making money. It's fucked. It's really fucked. If you look at...
No, you keep going, bro.
I was going to say, if you look at a comparable kind of thing, look at GTA 5. The amount of money that they have bled into fucking like a game like Gran Turismo, Grand Theft Auto 5 is fucked. When you have Red Dead Redemption 2, they're actually shutting down the online service, to my knowledge.
What? Really?
I think from memory.
Fuck, that game had potential. I remember being so excited for the online and thinking, if they put as much effort as they did into fucking GTA 5, obviously there's limitations with like a Western game, but that could have been fucking pretty big, but it just got really boring and tedious. Which I guess you can put it down to the limitations being a Western and all that shit. Whereas with GTA, you can put in all this crazy crap. I
apologize. It's not shutting down. It's on its last legs. They've reduced support for it greatly. What they've done, because Google Stadia has shut down their gaming platform, they're going to lose about 6,000 players because of Google Stadia shutting down, and they're not letting people migrate their accounts. So there's a big risk of that happening. I dare say it's going to shut down very, very soon because they've put fuck all content into the game. And I loved that fucking game. I loved online. I remember us playing it constantly. It was so much fun.
Doing the fucking hunting and all that shit. That was fun, actually. I enjoyed that. I missed that. The hunting.
That was great.
What would we do? We'd do the hacks or the glitches to duplicate the fucking deer or the really 3-star deer or whatever the fuck it was.
And just fucking
cash off it.
Dude, glitch it, chuck it straight into a fucking horse and cart that we stole from some cunt, and then fucking just go sell it all. It was wonderful. I love those glitches. All right, Jesse. 1, 2, 3. Okay, cool. Oh, yeah, we got it. We're there. Yeah. Those are the fucking days. Those are the days.
Countdown, and then it would just be so repetitive. But like, you want the money, so you do it anyway. So you just sit up all night doing the same fucking glitch, and it'd be worth it because you want to get all that sweet fucking all that sweet gear, the sweet horses, all that shit.
That's it. I want the gold gun. I want the gold saddle. I want the gold bridle. I want the gold spurs. I'm moaning. It's great.
Funny, if I go on to my Red Dead Online, I bet you I still got all the money from all the glitches we did because I didn't actually end up spending any of the fucking money.
Yeah, that makes two of us. I just did this ace glitch where you found like this ace of spades in this burnt out place and just kept on duping it, and I got like fucking $3,000. after doing it
Fuck.
non-stop consecutively after I fractured my ankle. So I love that shit. That was so much fun.
Even with the single player, I put in that much effort. Like, I was like fucking looking up online where you get all these secret fucking like chests full of gold and shit. And there's this one where there was like a fucked up train or something that you have to find your way into, and it's like facing downwards, so you have to like climb up this fucking hill, and it's like a weird sort of thing you want to get into to find just to get a bit of fucking gold. All that sort of shit that they put in the game. I used to just fucking get YouTube videos. Oh, how the fuck do I get there? Where the fuck are
Literally.
the gold places?
Those were the fucking days, bro. Those were the days. But unfortunately, they just didn't support it. They didn't see the amount of money that they can make with it.
Yeah.
It's fucked. It's fucked. But that's the kind of shit that is going on, with fucking, Call of Duty doing the 2-factor, Red Dead doing, on life support with Google Stadia shutting down. I'll tell you one thing that's really fucking that's cooked. Do you remember me and Uncle Jacko, talking about this No Man's Sky game?
Yeah, I remember.
So last Friday, they released a new update, a brand spanking new update, on it being a fucking major overhaul of the game. So this one they called No Man's Sky Waypoint. Now, for those who don't know at home and playing the home game, No Man's Sky is basically like a massive fucking sandbox universe galaxy where you can go and like explore different planets, different galaxies, build bases, tame animals, tame animals.
Bro, I do that all the time, mate.
Anonymity. You can get fucking different ships, freighter ships, and just do all this massive clusterfuck mining. The game's good. And I've said it before, I enjoy the game. They released this massive update, and they've really fucked a lot of problems. They made a lot of fucking problems out of it. Basically, because you're an alien in that regard, you get on different planets, right? And with these certain planets, you have different conditions. One can be radioactive, one could be hot, one could be cold, poisonous. It depends on the planet. So what you did to survive is you spent in-game currency, and there's no pay to fucking win. There's glitches and dupes, but they fixed that too. But you'd buy this technology upgrade, so you could stand out in the cold for longer. You could survive heat longer. You could be less radioactive and survive longer. They fucked it up royally. So when they recreated, the biggest thing they did was recreate the inventory, give us more slots, which is great, but they fucked up with the part of the technologies could only have 3 per kind of hit. You could have an entire fucking inventory full of nothing but fucking technology. Now, the moment you go over 3, fucked. You got to get rid of everything. So it's made it
all.
Yeah.
That whole,
okay. Now, they've made
so
some small fixes to it, and I reckon there's more to come. They said they've addressed that problem a little bit. From what I've heard, it's not fully functional, but it's a massive, massive problem inside the gaming industry right now, a gaming world for that game. It's still a good game, but it's just made it 20,000 times harder with this massive fucking fuck up they've done. Right. So they need to pull their finger out a little bit. I mean, this is the same company that released the game. That was one of the most hyped games in 2015, 2016. It royally sucked, but they spent the last 5-6 years rebuilding it from the ground up, and they deserve everyone's fucking time and attention and money. This is one of the only few games that's been released in the history of gaming, I reckon, I could be wrong, that actually didn't just take the fucking massive money they made from it and run. They actually put their money back. Yeah, they put the money back into it and made it better. Did they invent the wheel? No, but they made the wheel better. And that's something that is just fucking great. So I hope they improve it soon. Pull the finger out and let me play my game a little bit more, and let me go fucking shoot some aliens. Please and thank you. That's how we do it here.
I hate those overhauls of games and shit.
Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck yeah.
Especially when it's good, like when the game's actually solid and there's nothing that needs to be fucked with, and then they just go and fuck with a whole bunch of shit.
It annoys you. It annoys you. It's fucked, but oh well. What do you do? Yeah. What do you fucking do? Yeah. Well, I tell you, that's good fun there with the gaming section. I tell you what, this is running a lot more smoother. You know,
Yeah.
I tonight right now we're talking. It's easy. You know, here I am smoking my imaginary
Flowing.
cigar.
Just flowing, mate. It's
It's
flowing off the
flowing.
tongue.
It's flowing. La, la, la. It's flowing like the water inside the Serengeti, my friend. It's beautiful. There's no water in the Serengeti, I think. No, I could be wrong.
You know why I found that funny? That was just that's just why you said that one.
Oh fuck. So big fucking things in sport today, mate.
Yeah, yeah.
Couple
Fucking
things.
yeah. So I missed the football.
Oh,
I
me too. It's
fucking
fucking 11 p.m. at night, bro.
and yeah, I didn't know when the fuck it was on. To be honest, I was under the impression it was going to be on today for some reason, and I woke up and I'm like, well, if the fucking results are in, better fucking watch the replay. Like fuck, but yeah. So I just watched the replay of the Aussie game. Didn't really check out the other one though, but I checked out
The
the Aussie one.
I'm reading it right now. England versus Samoa. What do you think the score would have been?
Fuck.
Let's have some fun here.
High,
Let's have some fun
high
here.
50s, high 50s or 60s. I don't know which team. Is it high 50s or 60s?
Yeah, it is, sir.
To England.
Yes. 60
Okay.
points to 6. Samoa got beat.
Okay. So pretty
Six.
on the money there.
Pretty on the money.
Okay.
What I found so funny is all these fucking people have been going, oh, Samoa, you know, they're really good on paper. You know, they're good. They got this and that, this and that. They can't play well together.
Yeah.
They're
Exactly.
fucked. You know, and you had fucking England go over there, England go over there and go over there. It's at their home fucking country. Go there and actually beat the fuck out of them.
Yeah.
60 points to 6. I know Australia won, I think, 40-8.
Yeah,
I
something like that.
think
Something
something like
like that,
that.
yeah.
I watched the highlights though today, and that was good. You know, I was pretty
Enjoyed it.
fucking impressed with that. I thought that was pretty
No,
hot. Josh
that was
Adokar had a great game.
red hot. This is this is him proving why he's like, oh, motherfucker, you should have selected me for the Blues.
Yeah, exactly.
Really?
Take this, Freddie. You fuck. You know, like
Like
I.
what? I'll never get over that. I'll never get over that. How you
Oh,
can just not select him for one fucking year after he's been so good,
oh,
so
mate.
consistent. Oh, it's
Stupid.
gonna get me mad. But yeah,
Stupid.
fuck, he played well, and that fucking 90-something meter try, that pass, and just into fucking open space. See you later. No one was gonna fucking catch him.
No one. Not a fucking.
Yeah,
Not a single person.
and Harry Grant looked fucking good. Some time off, it served him well. And yeah, it looked, I don't know, just fucking. When I looked at the Aussie squad, I was looking at it and I was like thinking, oh, there's some players in here. I think, yeah, fucking, do we have to have them in? When we got better options, I felt, but fuck, pretty good. I mean, fuck, we're not short of players, that's for sure.
Exactly
So,
right. And I think from memory, if I recall, I'm just going through and just finding some stuff. It was their B squad to the Aussies. We weren't running our full squad, if I recall.
that's what I thought. Yeah, when I read the squad, I thought this isn't what they would fucking choose for like something bigger, or I don't know.
I mean,
Felt
damn
like
me
it
wrong.
was.
It's
Yeah.
it's tough. It's a tough squad, but it's not it's not their full kit, if that makes sense. It's not the full oompher that we know the Australian team to be.
No,
Um,
definitely not.
a lot of people were arrested. Australia did beat them 42-6, 42-8, sorry, to Fiji. Fiji scored the first and last try. So if any of you had money on it, get fucked. And then we got a 12:30 tomorrow morning. So as in like literally 5 hours time, Scotland play Italy. And then Jamaica play Ireland. And then the Kiwis play Lebanon.
I'm keen to watch the Kiwis, to be honest.
Kiwis game, it's at 5:30 in the morning. So not bad. If you're like me, who gets up and goes to work early, you'll be able to watch it.
Yeah, fuck, not me
Tears
though.
streaming down my face. These shoes are Gucci. These words do hurt me. Greece got a squad. Papua New Guinea are playing, of course, as well. It's going to be a fucking. But that's in the next couple of days. So it's going to be an interesting first round. I know. it's early days. I reckon if we're throwing a dart now, because obviously we're at the beginning of the World Cup, it's going to be New Zealand. Australia will play England, I think, in the World Cup final this year. I think New Zealand are very good, but I'm going to be that risky bisky and say it'll be Australia, England in the World Cup.
Yeah, I could see that happening. For
I
sure.
could see it definitely
I could
happening.
definitely see that happening.
Or it could be New Zealand, England. Who knows what the
Yeah, who
fixture
knows?
lies, how it all draws out. You never know what's
Yeah,
possible.
who knows? I'm gonna have Aussies. I'm gonna have Aussies there though. I mean, fuck, we're just
Yeah,
too good. I think we're just
too
too good.
too much national pride.
Just too much fucking power in our like with our players. Like if you look at the players we got, just fucking nuts. It's nuts the squad. So it's
It
like
is.
it's like pretty much all the best players from Queensland, all the best players from New South Wales. Put that into one fucking team. Boom, there's the squad.
That's
I
it.
mean,
There's
you
your
really fuck with
there's your
that.
world beaters. Exactly,
Like,
bro. So that's something to definitely keep an eye out for. He had the boxing today. I was at work,
yeah,
so I did miss it, but I have caught up and read how the the tail of the tape, how it all went, and from what everyone's saying and reporting, Cambosis did show a shitload more aggression, but this Haney guy, mate, is just a fucking freak. Apparently, it's a masterclass performance. I'm certain I'll see the highlights later. Obviously, working and driving to and from, I haven't been able to watch much. Why is it out of focus again? Fuck's sake. Obviously, I haven't been able to watch much of it, but from what I have heard, it was an incredible fucking fight. I saw a couple of knockouts in the undercard.
yeah.
I'm not sure if you've seen.
I didn't actually get to check it out. No, no.
Check it out. You'll have a fucking. You'll have a
Is that
fucking.
the same? Is this the same fucking card that there was like a chick fight on, or is this something different?
Mate, couldn't tell you.
Different
Couldn't
entirely?
tell you.
Because
I know that there
I've
was.
been seeing a whole bunch of different boxing shit on. First, you had that fucking that. Did you see about that Married at First Sight one? That was fuck.
Oh,
That's been plastered all over my fucking FYP on TikTok.
I
This
haven't
is
seen
these
any of it.
maths fuckers. The two dudes from last season of maths, and then one dude with another guy from a different season of maths. And there was actually a fucking KO, like a full on knocked him out fucking cold. Actually, a solid KO. You have to check. I'll have to show you later, but it's fucking. It was actually good. That was actually like a good KO. Everything else was shit, but there was like one good KO on there, and it literally he was like that, like, and it
Fuck.
wobbled and fucking like that. And I
Got
was like,
dropped like a
whoa.
bag of shit, huh?
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? And this dude lives, the dude who KO'd him lives up at Terrigal or
Oh,
Avoca or something. And
shit.
I've seen him up there before. I saw him up there once. I think it was like a month ago. I saw him up there. So
Fuck.
yeah,
I didn't know
yeah,
that.
yeah.
That's hilarious.
That's funny. Yeah,
Fucking hell.
he trains at G6 in Kincumber, I think.
Oh, there you go. Says it all.
So yeah.
Says it all. Maybe he might cop an Uncle Taylor sticker. Who fucking knows? Um, um, yeah, no, like honestly, mate, getting back to the fucking big fight. Check out the fucking highlights when we render this fucking video. It was really fucking look for the knockouts and that. There was this one knockout, mate. He's hit him stiff, I think, stiff left hook. He's just gone like that, falling backwards, and then fucking clocked.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Fuck.
Absolutely unfucking real, mate. So obviously Cambosis, I think from memory, I could be wrong again, that he said that he's probably going to retire if he doesn't win this one, which he's made a shit ton of money. So you'd be mad to not retire and just live the good life all tatted up.
Mhm.
But
Yeah, that's
if
right.
he decides to fight on, which 90% of the time they do, good luck to him. Nothing you can do.
For sure. For sure.
The fucking yawn off, isn't it?
Oh, bro, honestly, I don't know what's wrong with me.
Ah,
Yeah.
get the fucker out. Sweet. So you had that. So like you had the boxing. You had Hasbulla be announced for the UFC.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
which
Fuck me.
is
What's I was yeah. Oh fuck. What's he? What? This, the UFC soccer ball is what he should be fucking called. Honestly, he's just gonna get fucking booted.
cunt
Like,
punted, mate. Honestly,
who's gonna fight him? Like, oh, nah, it's all just fucking promotion and just he'll
all
sign,
money,
but nothing will happen. So
all money, no class. UFC.
yeah,
Even then,
I
they don't
agree
pay
with
their
that.
fighters from what I've heard.
I
They're
agree with
fucked.
that. I've been falling off with the UFC for the last year. I think I've fallen off it a bit more. I haven't really been
Yeah.
following it as much, to be honest.
Watching Conor McGregor, mate, that's the last UFC fight I seen where he's talking shit
Uh,
about what's it, Dustin Poirier? Is that the guy? No.
yeah. Him and his wife. Yeah,
Yeah, I just lost a shitload of respect for him from that.
mate.
You can't
He's
help that you
he,
broke your leg, but he acted like
yeah.
a fucking clown afterwards.
Well, he fucking could help that he broke his leg. He threw a fucking leg and it got checked. So he went into that fight with apparently he's already had like a minor fracture when he went into that fight. So yeah, fuck
So
whatever.
it was
Because he
just
doesn't
waiting to
want to play.
happen.
Yeah, because he's not the one to pull out of fights. He doesn't really like to pull out of things or anything like that. So he went in with that. But still, I lost respect for him fucking ages ago. Ages ago. I used to be a
I
fan
remember
of his
you,
back in
I
2000
know.
and fucking anywhere from 2015 to 2016 era of Conor McGregor. Prior to that, he was actually pretty good, solid.
You were a
He kept
fanboy of him.
going.
I remember all the time
Yeah,
sitting at your
yeah.
mum's house and we'd be talking about fucking Conor McGregor and I'd go, he's a clown. You go, what do you mean, bro? He's done this, he's done this, he's had this journey,
Well,
he's been on.
back then he was good. I'll give him that. Back then he was good. Still a shit
Yeah.
talker, but he was actually backed it up back then. These days, he doesn't fight and he talks shit, and I just can't. I just don't really. Whatever. I prefer to follow the other UFC fighters and watch some of the other shit. Like they got that fucking bantamweight. Or is it bantamweight or I don't know what fucking weight it is, but it's that. There was that dude Aljamain Sterling, who not faked, but he like got hit by an illegal knee and he fucking sat down and he
He
basically
just
was
copped the world title. I watched that video
yeah,
the
he
other
copped the
day.
world title, and then the next fight he actually fucked that guy up. So he's fighting that TJ Dillashaw dude who got popped for fucking EPO.
Oh, God.
So that'll be fucking interesting, and I actually want to see Adesanya when he fights that dude. He's fighting. What's his fucking name, bro? I see. This is how long it's been for UFC for me. He fought this dude, and this dude like not in the UFC. Like he used to be a kickboxer, and he fought him in kickboxing. I think he got KO'd once and lost another time to him, and now he's fighting him in the UFC. So I'd love to see Israel Adesanya get knocked the fuck out again because I'm not a big fan of him. So yeah.
No, of course. It'll be good to see. I mean, all the UFC guys and girls will be happy with what they're seeing. So definitely can't complain. What we might do is quickly just wrap this up so we can get our fucking editing underway for poor little Jacko here. We'll come back. We'll meet you shortly for Ep 2. And welcome back to section 2 of the podcast. It is authorized that you have to go follow me and some big booty bitches online because that's what we're here to do. We're here to fuck no little toothpaste looking bitch. We're here to fuck the big chunky 2 liter damn milks. You know what I'm saying? That's how we do it here in Hood. No. Welcome back to Uncle Taylor. It's great to have you here. We're just sitting here having a yarn. Me and Jesse. Uncle Jacko is unfortunately away right now. He has sleep vid, not COVID. He's sleeping for the next 7 days like a little vampire. So we're wishing him a lot of big Z's and a lot of good food while he's resting after his little adventurous trip out to the city. We look forward to hearing somewhat about Jackson's little trip out to the Labour conference and just hearing what he's been up to in general next week. I offered to throw him a section here and say, oh, Jacko, tell us about your week as a pre-recorded message, but he prefers to leave you all in suspense towards next week's episode. So we look forward to hearing about that then.
He wants to leave you up to the brim, fucking,
right there,
up to the brim, full
brim
mast.
full mast.
Fucking hell. Yeah, that's how we do it.
That's how we do it. Speaking of how we do it, I know you're not into horse racing, but I am. The Everest was yesterday in the Caulfield Cup down there in Melbourne and Everest here in Sydney. I think it's a $15 million prize pool for the fucking winners here at the Everest up here in Sydney. The Caulfield Cup, obviously, for those who have an interest, is one of the big stepping stones towards the Melbourne Cup, which is in about 2 weeks as well. Just after the fucking Call of Duty game comes out. So I'm playing it for 4 days straight, watching the Melbourne Cup.
Fucking month.
It's going to be a huge couple of weeks, and I reckon that's when we might pull the pin on the podcast for the rest of the year too, because everything's ending. Spring carnival's over, games are out, football's over. We got soccer, but that's soccer. You know, we don't talk about Bruno. We don't talk about soccer. But a massive upset though, in the Everest at least, there's this horse called Nature Strip, and this horse is a fucking star when it comes to the sprint. So 1,200-meter sprint. Went overseas to England, Royal Ascot, I think it was, and beat them convincingly over there in England on their turf in a really big prize pool race. This was the $1.75 favorite, Jesse, in the Everest. Now, $1.75, you don't have to be a fucking mathematician here to work out how much you'll get back if you put $1 on 75 cents. Fuck all. There was a horse I watched last week in Flemington called Giga Kick, and this horse, undefeated at that point, still it had won its last race. And I looked at it and I went, I saw it last week. It was a short favorite last week. This week's 21-1. When the race started, it was 21-1. It fucking beat them on the line, about 200 meters out. Come and beat them over the top in a convincing fucking win. People will turn around and say, "Oh, Nature Strip was 5-6 wide." So when I say terms like 5-6 wide, you have two horses running next to each other, then you spread out. These horses were fucking 4, 5, 6 wide as the race was running, so that you're running it effectively a longer trip, just running further than you have to. So you could turn around and say, "Oh, the horse is fatigued and that, all that." I don't give a fuck. Giga Kick, 21-1, upset of the entire fucking carnival day, gone. Nice. So that was very interesting. Caulfield Cup, I had a horse in there that I've been following since Anzac Day. I've posted in our group chat quite often. Horse called Macram, come across from England, absolute fucking show pony, does exactly what it's meant to do. It got scratched yesterday morning, at 21-1. I had it at 30s. I told my friend Matty Boy, about it too, who follows me on it, and it got scratched as well. And there was no chance of it to race. There are other pathways towards the Melbourne Cup. This horse can race the Melbourne Cup. It was winning races, Jesse, at 4,800 meters over in England. Flat running, 4,800. Now, again, I'm going to be talking just a touch here, so I apologize. Thanks for listening. The Melbourne Cup is a 3,200 meter race.
Okay, yeah.
This horse is running 4,800 and winning.
Nice. Solid.
And it's come out here to Australia and it's getting fucking 21-1s, 31-1s, and it's winning. It lost as a heavy favorite in fucking one of the big Group 1 races, but I don't give a fuck what people think. Macram is still a fucking star. It owes me jack shit. For the $40 I've put on it in the last 4 races it's run, it's won me $500 or so. So yeah. Uncle Taylor's tip, if it wins the Geelong Cup on fucking Wednesday, it will be in the Melbourne Cup. I will make sure I put a post up about it. And this is the horse for your Melbourne Cup.
Nice. Because I always do one bet on Melbourne Cup, so
mate, I'll do multiple.
If that happens, I'll chuck one cheeky one on that one.
Chuck a little tenner on it, mate. At the moment, it's 61-1. But I've watched enough of this horse to be convinced it will fucking win the Melbourne Cup if it has a good run and it has a good jockey like Craig Williams or Hugh Bowman or Brenton Abdullah on it who know how to run a horse like that. It will fucking win. And that's an Uncle fucking Taylor guarantee. So fucking watch this fucking space, you fucking dog washer. That's the big ones, man. I've got to be honest with you. It's been as much as it's been a big week, we've talked in depth about quite a fair amount of shit here. There's not really much else that's going on, unless I'm trying to think. Is there any other sport event that I could have missed, you could have missed? I mean, Bathurst was last week. We talked about it. Oh, that's the one thing. Max Verstappen, due to a penalty in the race last week, won the fucking World Cup, the World Championship in Formula One, because Ferrari got a penalty for being a fuckwit in the last corner. Went off track. I watched it live. because I was watching Bathurst at the same time. And as soon as he went off the track, got an unfair advantage on the driver behind him, Red Bull driver, I knew it was done. And when I got the message while we were doing the podcast last week, and I forgot to talk about it, he because we already passed the segment, he won the world championship in Japan. I think they still have about 5 races to go, and he's already won the championship. It's just fucked. Like, good on you, Red Bull, for building a good car. Good on you, Max Verstappen, for being a great driver. But fuck you, Max Verstappen, too, you arrogant prick. Give me some of your money and your talent, and I'll be happy. That's one thing I just wanted to add in.
Well,
so, is there anything else? Is there anything else we can talk about? You reckon before we say adieu to the episode?
Yes. So the new Slipknot album.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
the end so far, isn't it? That's what it's called,
yeah,
I think.
yeah. The end,
The end.
so then dot so far or something like that.
Yeah, the end so far.
Yeah, so
What's Uncle Jesse's hot take? Because I know you're a longer metalhead than I've been a metalhead, and I'll give you my opinion on it. What do you think about the album?
All right. Well, I'll say as like music goes, if I'm just looking at like a band making the music they want to make, you know, and doing something different, then I respect it and I can see what they're trying to do. As someone who likes heavy shit and like is a real like I'm deep into the sort of like metal genre. And I've been, you know, I like Slipknot like quite a lot. Like I like bits of it, and then there's other parts that I really don't like. All I can say is it's fucking different. Like it's really, it's different, in my opinion. I don't know. It's hard for me to really put a finger on.
Try and give me a specific, because if you say it's different, to me, it just sounds like you're just saying a blanket thing, like, oh, it's just a different album. So what are some specifics?
It's not as heavy. It's not as heavy, obviously. That's like the main thing. It's definitely not as heavy. There's a lot more like cleaner songs on there, I'd say, especially that fucking first one, the opening track.
Adderall.
Yeah.
I love it, like, bro. I love that fucking opening. I don't know what it is. It's just so not Slipknot. It's like Stone Sour.
That's what I mean. It's like I think that, and that's what the main problem I have with it is like I don't know if they're trying to be Slipknot or Stone Sour in this record. And then also even watching interviews with the guitar player Jim Root, where he was saying that even he's not completely satisfied with this record and how it was. He felt like it was rushed and he wasn't able to, or they weren't able to really be as creative as they wanted to with it. And he just, I don't know, that he's not a massive fan of it. Like it's and also the guitar tone as a guitar enthusiast, I fucking hate that guitar tone, if I'm being honest with you. It's just so dry. It's so dry and it just doesn't like, and then you know what, Slipknot's pretty known for like having quite dry guitar tones, but in this one it's just fucking so dry. If you want to hear a good guitar tone, go listen to fucking Burn My Eyes by Machine Head, or fucking Killing with a Smile, Parkway Drive, or something like that. Those are fucking in your face, like stick out in the mix fucking guitar tones. Whereas this one, I don't know, obviously they're trying to do something, look like have it mixed with the album or whatever, but like it just doesn't, I don't know, it just doesn't hit me. It's just really kind of uninspiring. It's really dry. It's lifeless guitar tone in my opinion. I like some of the riffs though. I like some of the riffs, but the guitar tone itself, someone who's like really into tones and really like likes to dial in good tones, likes to look up good tones, how to get good tones, like EQing and all that sort of shit. I fucking hate this guitar tone. To be honest with you, I fucking hate it. It's like all I can think of is just like old school Slayer with their shit guitar tone. Like I love Slayer and I love Slayer's riffs and their fast playing and all that shit. But anyone will tell you Slayer's old guitar tone is fucking awful.
Okay.
But yeah,
that's a raw piece. I mean, look, for me, I don't mind the album. I agree. There are some good songs. There are some bad songs. H377 is awesome. I think Corey Taylor sounds like he's fucking barking like a Rottweiler. It's great. Adderall I'd like because it's very Pink Floydy vibes. And if I was stoned, I'd be listening to it, you know, rigorously. Because it's just so loopy. Yen, I hated it in the beginning. I didn't like Yen with any fucking kind of, you know, love or hate, like or any kind of like positive intent. I thought it was a dog shit fucking song. I didn't like it. But going in from track 2 to track 3, which I think is Chapeltown Rag, I think, Chapeltown Rag, and then into Yen. I thought it was a good little mix. The Dying Song, sorry, track 4 it is. Dying Song, Chapeltown Rag into Yen. I was right on that part at least. It's a good little mix, and then when you listen and read the lyrics for Yen, it does sound deep, and that's what I like. I like the deepness. Solway Firth for me is a very deep song, and I think that's one of their best songs they've ever made. Coming from
can
a
agree
new
with that,
Slipknot
yeah.
fan at that point. Then going back and listen to the rest of their shit, don't get me wrong, I've caught up. But Solway Firth is still GOAT tier for me. I don't mind come on, cunt. I don't mind Finale. It's different. And that's why I don't mind. It sounds the same. The lyrics sound very ominous, like how he keeps on referencing, I don't want to go, but I like it here. I think that's how it goes in the end. You cunt sore fucking bitch. There we go. That should be fixed. I know it's a shame, but I got to stay because I like it here. And then it just kind of repeats itself.
Yeah.
And then these things change. The fucking it's not their best album. It's not their worst album. It's mid-tier. Mid-tier for them all. Big Corey Taylor doesn't know exactly what he's talking about. He comes to me and he goes, "Sir, help me release a Slipknot album. Help me release it perfectly. And I just go, get out of here. I don't want another thing with you."
What I want to know is I know what mine is, but what's your personal favorite Slipknot record?
Solway Firth.
Record.
Oh, like album?
Album, yeah.
That album. We're Not Your Kind.
Well, you're not your kind, yeah.
It's gonna be weird.
Is that when you got into it?
That's the thing. That's when I got into Slipknot. I knew of Psychosocial. I knew of Snuff.
Yeah.
I knew of Before I Forget. I knew of If you're 555, you're 666. I knew the basics, but I think it was that last album, 2018, 2019. That was a really 2018. I think it was because it's just when I got back from Europe. That was a really fucking powerful album. There are some things at the end I didn't like, but then it finished with Solway Firth. And just listening to the lyrics, reading the lyrics itself, really fucking hard. Like when I say hard, I mean sad, real passionate in a way, talking about whatever feelings he's, going through, trying to expose himself for the sadness or the happiness that he has. I still think Iowa is a great album too. I will pay every respect to Iowa. And a lot of hardcore Slipknot fans will say Iowa's the best. What are you talking about? But you gotta remember, my first actual album I listened to start to finish of Slipknot was We Are Not Your Kind.
Well, that's how it always is with band. Like if someone you get into, so the first thing you listen to is always going to be like deep down your favorite. Like for me, when I got into Metallica, the first thing I heard was Master of Puppets, and that's one of my favorites. But I don't think it's the best in my opinion.
Yeah.
But like with Slipknot, my personal favorite's definitely Iowa. I love Iowa. I think it's great, and the self-titled Slipknot. But I also like what the fuck's it called again?
We Are Not Your Kind.
Yeah. I like that one. Fucking, that was really good. Really good guitar tone in that one. That's probably my favorite Slipknot guitar tone, if I'm being honest. I fucking love the guitar tone in that, and the riff.
2019 it was. Sorry, 2019 it was. Jess, just got back from Europe.
And Nero Forte is like my favorite song from that one.
Nero Forte is good. I will pay it. I tell you a band I started getting into last week when I was off sick and I was sitting at home here and I keep seeing their song pop up on TikTok all the fucking time. Let's see if you know what it is.
Fuck, I have no idea.
It's there's this one guy that does it. There's one guy that does it. You'll go down just like Holy Mary, Mariana. No?
Nah. Oh, fuck, I don't know. Who is it?
Ghost.
What is it?
They're called Ghost.
Oh, fucking Ghost. Oh, God.
What are you talking about? Like, here's the thing. Like, Ghost. To me, it sounds like satirical metal.
It's
like poppy.
It's traditional sort of. It's more towards the traditional heavy metal sort of route. Like if you lead to that, I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of them. I tried so hard because people have gone on about that band for a while.
Do yourself a
I've
favor.
really tried.
And you know me, you know what I'm going to say to you. You know, when I give you a good tip, I'm not wrong often. I've been wrong
Yeah.
before. Give the album Prequel a crack. That's the first album I've listened to of Ghost, start
Okay.
to finish, up to track 8.
Mm,
My personal favorite's Pro Memoria. Take a
okay.
listen to at least that song, or listen to Rats. It sounds good. It sounds
Yeah.
very fucking good. And I don't regret
I'll,
listening to it. I now know half the fucking lyrics to all the songs, so I feel bad because I've listened to it enough. But that's one
Sweet.
there that I really recommend.
Okay.
I'm joining in on the bandwagon of TikTokers because Mariana Cross is a very popular song right now. The rest of it though, it's not a bad album. That's not even their biggest hits. I
Yeah. Yeah.
think it's not like I think it's even might be one where they've been nominated for a song, or a Grammy, I think, or two.
Mm.
I think.
Yeah,
Keyword.
I haven't really listened to any of the new stuff. I've listened to a lot of the old stuff, but with Ghost, like the thing is, like I don't know, I'm very particular about metal and like what I like within metal and shit like that. So like I don't know, even some old metal I can't get into, like some old school metal I really can't. I fucking hate Anthrax. I can't get into Megadeth really that much. I mean, I like some of their shit, but I can't really get into some of their shit. Like I like half of Megadeth shit, and then a lot of their other shit I just fucking hate. Um, yeah, it's weird. Like I'm very particular. Like I'm into like because I'm a guitar player. I'm into heavy fucking riffage and like really good guitar tones, really good mixing, EQ, all that sort of shit. I'm not one to really like unless it's like clean vocals in a metal song. I'm not really one to listen to the lyrics
Hmm.
unless there's clean vocals. So like I can listen to Parkway Drive, no worries, but I don't listen to the fucking screaming. Or some of their songs I will, but mainly just the guitar riffs within old school Parkway Drive, like old school metalcore, is some of the
Hmm.
best shit I've ever heard. Machine Head I discovered a couple of years ago. I'm surprised it took me that long to discover Machine Head, but fuck me dead. If I've got a recommendation for you, go listen to Burn My Eyes by Machine Head if you want to hear some heavy shit and some good lyrics as well.
All
It's an
right.
old school. It was in the era of Pantera and Sepultura, those bands coming up, and it's kind of like that. But they kind of redefined, sort of like they kind of discovered. I wouldn't say discovered, but they kind of like
Reinvented
fuck,
the
I don't
wheel, maybe.
kind of like they brought a new era of like metal, like a lot of drop tuned, heavy fucking riffs with like a PV5150, which is one of the amps I've got, which is they're one I think like their first metal band to use a PV5150 properly in a record, and it's just crushing. Like it's so fucking good, and the vocals by Rob is really good. So Burn My Eyes, Machine Head.
Burn
Um,
my eyes. I'm saving it right now.
yeah, yes,
Machine Head.
Davidian. The first song is Davidian and Old. Those two songs are so fucking good, so iconic. Fucking love those. I've done a couple of covers of Machine Head as well, but yeah, fuck,
Done.
love
Downloading
those
it right
bands.
now as we speak.
Love those fucking bands. Like Machine Head's so good,
Well,
so good.
let's give our viewers a fucking chance here to have a giggle. Let's have a fucking review session next week. You
All right, let's
listen
do
to
it.
Prequel.
Prequel. All right, so let me chuck it down. All right, cool.
Prequel. I'll listen to Burn My Eyes, and I'll come back with a review. I'll text you privately as well, but I'll come back
So
with a review formally next week, and I'll tell you what I think too.
easy.
And that's where I put
Sounds
out to
good.
you, the audience. What albums and songs do you want us to listen to? Give us some suggestions. We just two, three blokes who sit here and just talk shit for an hour. We want to hear your input because you're not gonna like us when we go for a little summer break. So you better fucking get involved. We love hearing you. And you got a couple weeks to voice your opinions to us and voice it for the better. I'm going to put a little, not a town hall kind of thing. I mean, I'm just going to put out a suggestion. I want to hear your thoughts on the next season. If you what recommendations, and let us know. Tell us what you think. I'll formally announce it next week and make it a little bit more poshy presentable. So that'll be sweet. That'll be sweet. Is there anything else, big fella?
Mate, that just about covers it. It's good to talk some music for a
Beautiful.
change, actually.
Yeah,
I
it's
like,
good. It's good.
I fucking like it.
It's a good shit. All righty, man. Well, look, we're going to leave it here, guys, for the episode. Thank you very much to Uncle Jesse holding down the fort for us today. Thank you very much for joining me, mate.
Thank you, mate. Pleasure.
It
as
looks like
always.
we're also going to have Nick Dukwa next week, most likely, or the week after. That's a slam dunk guarantee. It's been a minute since we've seen our friend Nick. He's been busy the last 2 weeks. I've asked him, unfortunately, so I'll message him and tell him that we'll set up Sunday night. And that way, it's a guarantee because we want to see our friend Nick. And when you get him involved, he's a breath of fresh air to the show. But until then, mate, have a wonderful night, big fella. Thank you very much for your time.
You too, mate. Take care of yourself.
You too, mate. Thank you very much. And to the viewer, thank you very much for listening. If you've listened to the entire episode, Baba Booey, say it to me, type it, come to the live stream on a Friday or Saturday next week, and just say Baba Booey. That way I know you've listened. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Make sure to give us all a little like and a follow wherever I am on here, on YouTube, on TikTok, on Facebook, on YouTube. I've already said YouTube, Twitch, I think. Just come fucking follow Uncle Taylor because we are gearing up to Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, where myself and Uncle Jesse are going to be live streaming from Thursday night, midnight, going into Friday morning when the official launch comes out. We will have access to the Call of Duty campaign a week early from next Friday, I think, or next Saturday. So we've got 1 full week of that. Then we have the fucking multiplayer live reveal. And then we are going to be streaming that. I'll be on till about 2, 3 in the morning, speaking quietly because my wife has to go to work the next day. But I will be on nonetheless and be able to watch all the content you want and make sure you give us a fucking follow on it. You dog washing fucks. I love you very much. Have a good night or day, depending where you are, and we'll see you next week. Thanks, guys.